Hello all, I just want to share to you the journey of my bunso when she had her surgery of appendicitis. March 8, 2023 at 4 p.m. Nagreklamo siya of stomach pain, and then March 8, 2023 at around 4 p.m. she was already complaining of a stomach pain. So I let her rest and give her medicine. I even gave her herbals. At first I thought it was only gas pain, but later on at around 8 to 9 p.m. she's already vomiting and complained that he can no longer resist the pain. So I decided to bring her to the hospital at around 12 midnight. This was her in the hospital bed while waiting for the preliminary checkup, and then the doctor came and advised us to have her x-rayed, since during the physical checkup of her stomach the doctor cannot rule out that it was appendicitis. So this was the time that we brought her to an x-ray. March 9 in the morning, I was informed that it was gastroenteritis, so I feel relaxed and calm since it was not so need of an emergency surgery. But around 1 p.m., my daughter is complaining that the pain is irresistible already, and then she started to vomit again, and then she had already high fever. Wala man to siya hilanti unta, and then when the doctor, so I asked the presence of the doctor, and then she gave the nurses gave us the surgeon, and then when her stomach was checked, the doctor cannot rule out that it was appendicitis. So I was very much worried. What is the cause of the pain that my daughter can no longer resist? And she was already like sweating and very high fever, and then she's already vomiting and can no longer take even fluids, a little fluids and food. Buti na lang I have befriended a nurse who happened to be fond of andahanons, and so she requested that my daughter should undergo a stomach ultrasound. So buti na lang nag-request yung doctor for an urgent ultrasound, and so she was brought there, and then the result must be also urgent. But it was already 7 p.m. that it was ruled out na it was really appendicitis, and it was already acute. This picture here shows that she's ready for surgery. This was when she was about to be brought to the operating room, and I really cried hard, but I have not shown her because I know that she's very afraid of doctors. Makakita lang na siya og doctor, mangurog na dyan na siya, and then I cannot imagine her being with the doctor and all the strangers, and wala ko in the hospital, in the operating room bed. I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine the feeling. I cannot imagine the weird imaginations that I had, especially that I was the only one waiting for her outside the operating room. The staff told me that the operation will take 3 hours, and grabe yung kaba, grabe yung prayer na ginawa ko. But wala lang oras, the doctor came out and then called my name, and I was so afraid because why the doctor didn't say that it was successful, and he just called me to come inside. Weird thoughts came in my mind, as in nangurog ang tibok lawas, pati ang ahong jaw cannot open it. I can no longer open my jaw. Parang kog frozen dead during that time. Kaya pala I was brought inside because the surgeon had to explain to me that the operation, that the cut sa tiyan sa akong anak was not simple. it's long than the ordinary cut for appendicitis kay it was already ruptured appendicitis, and then the pus, ang nana, nakakalat na daw sa intestine and that they had to clean all the the entire stomach kay para dili daw magkalat more. And then grabe yung iyak ko na nasa loob, parang hindi na lumabas yung tears ko. Grabe, so when I can just imagine that feeling, grabe nightmare. This was her ruptured appendicitis. Upon seeing this one, grabe, parang gusto kong batukan, gusto kong i-smash. Galit na galit ako sa appendicitis na yan for making my daughter suffer. When I saw her like this after the surgery, grabe, parang nagalit ako sa mundo. Yung dapat hindi pa yun nag-ruptured nung dumating kami. Bakit hindi pa nakita? But the surgeon explained that her case was very rare nga nagtago daw ang iyang appendicitis. It should be daw towards the outside, pero ang iya daw nisuksok daw sa ubang intestine. Mao daw to nga wala siya ma-rule out ng appendicitis. This is the forever memory of the nightmare that we had during those times, during the March of 2023. I opted to share this to you all guys, para you will have the education na we are not going to underestimate the pain inside our body, kay we are not sure what it is already inside. Kay pag-abot baya na mo, when we arrived at the hospital on March 8, it was ruled out that it was gastroenteritis, where in fact it was already acute. Gi-explain man sa surgeon nga her case was very rare, where her appendicitis was kanang nagtago kuno sa iyang intestine, nga it should be pointing towards outside, ang iya is pointing towards inside. That's why when they have the stomach check up, dili nila ma-rule out kay ang akong anak dili man mo feel og excruciating pain. That's mayo gani kay they have decided to have the stomach ultrasound. So I hope that you will learn from this also, and we have also learned from this lesson. As you can see, she's still 12 years old, but her beautiful stomach had already a scar, an unforgettable scar. But this is also the scar that reminds us that life is beautiful, that life is a gift of God, diba? Kay ang uban niingon nga swerte jud ang bata kay she was already given the antibiotic upon arriving at the hospital. Kay if not, she was not protected of the kuan, kay mukalat baya tong bacteria sa iyang dugo, and then that was already a big problem kung wala na mo siya dada sa hospital. Kanang ato ra bitong ibinisaya nga ato ra siyang stay sa bay, kay giingon na ta nga panuhot ra unsa ra. And then mayo galito kay upon arriving dito sa hospital, she was already given antibiotics and she was already protected. That was what the nurse had told me nga, ma'am, salamat jud nga imong gidala sa doktor, kay because of the antibiotic she was already protected nga wala siya maunsa nga ruptured na di ang iyang appendicitis. So daghan kayong salamat Lord for this gift na imong gihatag sa akong anak. Salamat kayo Ginoo for forever gift na imong gihatag kanamo, na even though this is a nightmare, but we will see it in a positive way nga you're always there for us. Dili lang jud may magpanuko og call nimo. Thank you so much. I hope that viewers, you will learn from the lesson that I have learned, and then please share this para we can save life, especially the life of those children, and they will have still beautiful future ahead. So Thank you for watching and God bless us all.